Hi, and welcome to week 4 of English 113. This week we're going to talk about your concept essay, which is the third essay in this course. So before we get into the details of the essay, I'm going to go through the assignments that you're going to be working on for this week. So first of all, you have a couple of chapters to read in your St. Martin's Guide. You're going to be reading chapter 4 about explaining a concept, and then you're going to be reading chapters 16 and 17 regarding defining and classifying items within your writing. You also have an attachment that's going to be included in Blackboard from C.S. Lewis, and it's called Mere Christianity. You need to read this excerpt, and then there'll be a quiz based on this reading and the St. Martin's Guide. You're going to view your lectures, which you're doing now. You have your quiz for 5 points. You will be as normal, doing your pre-writing journal entries for your essay. And again, these are not due until your essay is due, which is not until next week, week 5. So you're going to get started on your pre-writing of your concept essay this week, and you will be putting in your entries for each of these bullets. And as you do that, I can read them and I can give you some feedback. And then the completion of this assignment is not done until you submit your peer review. This time we will not be doing smart thinking feedback, we will be doing peer editing, and you'll submit that, and that will complete the 20 points of this assignment. So again, you're working on it this week, but it's not due until next week. You have, you have a research activity that's going to help you with researching for your concept essay. This is a research-based paper, so this assignment will be due this week. You have a really easy midway reflection journal because the end of week 4 marks our halfway point in this 8-week course, and so you'll be able to celebrate that you're halfway done with this class. This is an easy 10 points. This is just a reflection on how are you doing, how are things going in the class, how am I doing, what can I do to better serve you. And then the last assignment for 20 points is your peer review, peer editing draft worksheet, where you're going to be able to email to each other, upload your feedback in your journals, kind of like you've done before. So 4 assignments are due this week. So take a look at each of the activities that you're going to do in Blackboard. You have your excerpt by C.S. Lewis, and if you'll just click right over here, you'll be able to upload the PDF. You can either read it online or print it out and read it. That might be something you want to consider doing. That will allow you to highlight and to focus on the strategies that are explained in that. C.S. Lewis talks about the 3-personal God, making a God, begetting. What does begetting mean? What does making mean? What's the difference between those? You'll want to know that for your quiz. So it will be interesting to read that article and pay attention to the different concepts that are used regarding applying them to a concept essay. You have your week 4 lecture, and there are some additional supplemental videos that will help you with research, how to cite material, how to paraphrase and quote, and avoiding plagiarism. That's when you take someone else's words and use them as your own, because that's very important in a research-based paper, that whenever you find any other source that's not your own words, you have to give credit to that source. Okay, so here's your quiz that you're going to take. You just click here and take your quiz. And then underneath that is your pre-writing journal. So to go through the pre-writing journal just a little bit more, which again, it's not due until next week, week 5. Each of these bullets are expected to be brief entries into your journal. You can do them as separate entries or you can lump them together, but please make sure to give each bullet adequate attention and focus in your writing. Don't just put in, a half a sentence or 1 sentence for each of them. That wouldn't be considered adequate pre-writing. Okay? You have a research activity, which you're going to do, and that's going to help you with gathering your research for your concept essay. This essay is going to be expected to have 3 outside sources. Besides your own personal opinion in your writing, you have to do research on 3 outside sources and include those in your pre-writing journal. And then the essay prompt itself, which may not make very much sense right now, it'll make more sense after I go through the lecture. But for now, just so that you know, you're writing a 3-page essay explaining a concept that is related to society. Again, this is a research-based essay, and you want to find 3 strong outside sources. You can choose the Lewis article as one of your sources. You can use internet sources. You can use book sources, magazine sources. I do want to remind you to be aware with if you're using an internet source, anything that has a .com ending is not necessarily credible. It could be credible, but anybody that has a .com ending on a website means it's commercially based, and anyone can write anything they want on a website. If you find a website that's .edu, which is education, .gov for government, or .org, which is organization, nonprofit organization, those are going to be your credible sources. So again, .com could be credible, but it also could not be credible. So this is an informational essay. Your goal is for readers who didn't know about the concept before, they will know more about it after they read it. This is apart from a how-to essay. You're going to show us more about a topic, not necessarily how to do something, but how to know about something, an idea, more than how to perform an action. Okay? And I will go through in the lecture the features, which will be part of the rubric, the features of the concept essay: a focused explanation, a readable plan, appropriate explanatory strategies, and smooth integration of your research and your sources. Down here further is where you'll submit your midway reflection journal. And then there also is an optional course evaluation, and I humbly ask you to do this. It's not for points. It's just to give me feedback on how you're doing, how I'm doing, because that's most important. I need to know how to best serve you. And if I'm not meeting your needs in some way, I would really like to know how I can improve. So I would ask you to please consider filling out this optional course evaluation. And with that, I'm going to stop and then start a new lecture for going through our PowerPoint on the concept essay.